Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into Marvel's Axis arc, Book 2 specifically. Now, this all kicked off back in Book 1, remember? Wanda and Dr. Doom, that desperate inversion spell to stop Onslaught.
Right, and while it stopped the immediate threat, the side effects were huge. Heroes started making these darker choices, acting more ruthless. Something inside them had clearly fundamentally shifted.
Yeah, what's fascinating really is it's not just, heroes becoming villains or vice versa. It's like the spell rewrites who they are at their core, their personalities, their drives. It's twisted.
Exactly. It leads to some really surprising and honestly pretty disturbing moments across the Marvel Universe.
And that's what we're here to unpack today. How does this spell change these characters so fundamentally? What's the impact on them? And maybe, what does it tell us about good and evil when everything gets turned upside down like this?
Let's dive in. So, Book 2 picks up, and the tension is right there from the start. We're on a S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier, and Sam Wilson, Captain America, is clashing with Nick Fury. Big time. They're arguing about how to deal with the Red Skull.
And it should be, a strategic talk between allies. But it goes south fast.
He's pushing for extreme measures. His whole tone, it's not about reason anymore. It's just raw authority. He's giving orders, not having a discussion.
And Fury's seen it all. He pushes back, right? Tries to appeal to the symbol.
Yeah, he says something like, "You're out of line, Wilson. You are Captain America after all," trying to remind him who he's supposed to be.
And how does Inverted Cap take that?
Not well. Instead of reflecting, he just lashes out. He actually punches Nick Fury. He hits the guy who represents the Avengers' whole structure. It's a total betrayal of everything he stands for. Shows how deep this inversion goes, stripping away self-control, leaving just that authoritarian impulse.
Wow. Yeah, that's more than just out of character. That breaks trust right at the core, and Sam just walks off.
Storms off. Leaves Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. reeling.
Okay, so Cap's gone dark, but he's not alone in this, is he? What about Tony Stark?
Oh, Tony's transformation is something else. Picture this. Giant stadium, baseball game crowd waiting for the national anthem. A moment of unity, right? And then Tony Stark crashes the party, seizes the spotlight, but not for anything heroic. He unveils his latest gift,
which is
the Extremis app. But this isn't about world peace or clean energy.
No. What's it for?
Vanity. Pure, simple vanity. He's promising eternal beauty, fixing every flaw with a tap, cosmetic perfection as mankind's next leap forward.
Seriously, he's selling beauty apps.
And the crowd loves it. They're desperate for it, which just feeds his ego. The source calls it pure narcissism. He's stopped caring about saving the world. He's just feeding his own need for adoration and, everyone else's vanity, too.
That's a huge shift from Iron Man, savior of the world, to this.
It really suggests the inversion isn't just a flip. It's like it peels back the layers and unleashes the worst, most self-serving parts that maybe were always lurking there. A kind of a true inverted self. It's chilling.
And there's a neat detail with Daredevil, isn't there? He's in the crowd.
Yeah, it's clever storytelling. He can't see the glitz, but he can hear it, feel it. He senses something's deeply wrong with Tony's pitch, even if the crowd doesn't. His senses pick up on the moral wrongness.
And the real kicker.
He's drinking again.
Oh, man.
Glass in hand, arrogant smile. The inversion didn't just mess with his morals, it dragged him right back to his darkest addiction. He's fully given in. It's a stark contrast, isn't it? The genius inventor reduced to peddling vanity and falling off the wagon.
Definitely unsettling. Okay, so individuals are falling apart. What about teams? The X-Men.
Right, over at the Jean Grey School. The place built on Xavier's dream, coexistence, unity.
Yeah, the heart of the X-Men ideal.
Well, under the inversion, that dream curdles. Storm, who's normally so compassionate, balanced, her leadership turns hard, militant almost. She's calling for unity, sure, but unity to prepare for war.
Who sounds like?
Like Magneto in his prime, not one of Xavier's students.
And it gets worse.
Havoc just straight up declares Xavier's dream is dead. And then, who shows up to drive the point home?
Oh, no.
Apocalypse himself, finishing the thought with his creed. Survival of the fittest. Xavier's dream is officially replaced by Apocalypse's nightmare, right there in the school.
Wow. So the inversion isn't just hitting individuals, it's corrupting entire philosophies, entire teams, taking a place of hope and turning it into a war room.
Exactly. It targets the foundational ideologies, twists the core mission, it's systemic corruption.
Okay, this is pretty bleak for the heroes. But you mentioned things are flipping. Does that mean villains are getting better?
In a way, it's complicated. Let's jump to Brooklyn. Bank robbery in progress. Some low-level villain called Squid has hostages, Cops can't do much.
Standard comic book stuff.
Then a figure swings in, looks like Spider-Man, moves like Spider-Man. Everyone thinks, okay, help has arrived.
But it's not Spidey.
Crashing through the window.
Hey.
It's Carnage.
Carnage. Okay, so hostages are definitely not safe.
Well, that's the twist. This isn't the usual Carnage bloodbath. He takes down Squid's gang, yeah, but with eerie efficiency. He fights like Spider-Man. He actually saves the civilians. Almost heroic.
Carnage. Saving people. How does that even work?
The source calls it a grotesque parody of Spider-Man's heroics. The spell twists his psychopathy, his core drive for chaos, into this bizarre, warped sense of doing good. He's still terrifying, it's still Carnage, but his actions are helpful.
That is bizarre. An aha moment, like you said. It shows how random the spell is. Maybe it flips the core, but the way they act can still look weirdly familiar, just wrong. Like he's playing hero, but still fundamentally broken.
Exactly. And speaking of unexpected flips, Magneto. Remember how Storm is getting militant?
Yeah, sounded like classic Magneto.
Well, the actual Magneto provides this really stark contrast. The X-Men are gearing up for war, abandoning Xavier's dream.
And Magneto, the guy who lived for mutant supremacy through conflict.
He walks away. He actually walks away from their call to arms. That whole rhetoric of mutant survival, the stuff that defined him, it unsettles him now.
No way.
He's become something closer to a hero. He's rejecting the conflict he used to crave. He won't be part of abandoning Xavier's dream, the very dream he fought against for so long.
Wow, the irony. So does this mean the inversion found some hidden good in him? Or did it just make him reject what he used to be no matter what?
That's the big question, isn't it? Is it revealing something hidden or just forcing an opposite reaction? Magneto's turnaround is maybe the most powerful example of that puzzle.
Okay, this leads us back to the Avengers. They find out what the inverted X-Men are planning.
And they decide to prepare for war themselves. But in their inverted state, they make a decision. A really dark one.
About Red Skull.
Yeah. They agree he has to be executed.
Executed, not captured, not contained.
Executed. And the source makes a point of saying this is not a debate they would normally even have. It just shows how far gone they are, how poisoned by the inversion.
That's a huge line to cross, even for Red Skull.
It's that rapid decay we talked about, harsh words, hitting fury, now contemplating execution. The core values are just eroding fast.
So they're ready to kill him. Then
what? Jarvis steps in. You know, Jarvis, the heart of the team, the conscience.
Oh, good old Jarvis. What does he do?
He pleads with them, reminds them who they are, defenders of life, not executioners, trying to reach the heroes underneath the inversion.
Does it work? Please tell me it works.
Scarlet Witch just throws him aside, literally, like he's nothing. It's brutal, dismissing the team's soul.
Oh, God. That's awful.
But then the Hulk rushes over to Jarvis, tries to comfort him, and Jarvis, even then, broken, begs Hulk, stop them.
Did Hulk do it?
He tries. He uses that simple Hulk logic. We're the good guys. Good guys don't kill. Trying to remind them. And Luke Cage punches him hard, knocks him aside, betraying not just Hulk, but the team's fundamental morality. It's devastating. That loyalty, that trust, shattered.
That's the emotional gut punch, all right. Jarvis dismissed, Luke turning on Hulk. It shows the inversion isn't just messing with minds, it's breaking the bonds, the heart of the team.
Exactly. It fractures the core. And that betrayal does something weird to Hulk.
He doesn't get angry.
No. The source says it makes him sad. Deeply, crushingly sad.
Sad, not angry.
And that deep sadness triggers a new transformation, not into the regular Hulk, into Clue. Described as the Hulk's Hulk, and maybe just as destructive, if not more so.
So his core emotion, rage, gets inverted into overwhelming sadness, which makes him transform into something even worse.
Seems like it. It's this tragic irony. And it raises that question again. What happens when a hero's power mechanism, like Hulk's emotions, gets twisted into a darker, more sorrowful version instead of just its opposite?
What does Clue do?
Rips free, tears the place apart, total devastation, and the inverted Avengers, they can't stop and they just step aside, let him rampage.
They fail completely.
Utterly. And while they're dealing with Clue, or rather, not dealing with him, they turn back to their original mission.
To execute Red Skull.
But it's too late. In all the chaos they cause, Red Skull is gone. Slipped away. Their own inverted actions, their internal betrayal led directly to their mission's failure.
Wow. Okay, let's just take a breath here. We've seen a total collapse. Trust, morality, identity. Shattered across both the Avengers and the X-Men in just this one part of the story. Axis Book 2 is intense.
It really is. By the end of this chunk, everything is significantly worse. You've got Captain America acting like a tyrant, Tony Stark feeding his narcissism back to his old addictions, Storm beating the war drums, and weirdly, Magneto looking like the voice of reason, the reluctant hero rejecting the fight.
And the Avengers are just broken. Jarvis, their heart silenced. Hulk transformed by sadness into Clue, this engine of destruction, tearing things apart.
And the ultimate failure. Red Skull is free because they couldn't hold it together.
And this isn't even the end of it.
No, the sources say it's just getting started. Next up, apparently Sam Wilson goes even further, turning fully against the Avengers. Magneto's new heroism gets tested. And there's a looming threat. A gene bomb targeting anyone without the X gene.
A gene bomb targeting non-mutants. That sounds like something Magneto would have built, not something the inverted X-Men would unleash. Or maybe exactly what they would unleash now.
That's the twist and logic of the inversion.
But it really makes you think.
Definitely. And it leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on. If your core self, your morals, your identity, can be flipped by something external like this spell, what's really left? How much of being a hero or villain is truly inside us versus, just a circumstance when one spell can turn it all upside down? What does that say about who we are?